I'm about to take it to these niggas real HD, real high definition. You dig?
You watching fucking rap battles?
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, bang, bang. Don Marco. And shit like that. Now the hottest one is the bang, bang.
Action News at 6 and 11, only on 6 ABC.
The feminine hygiene brand Always is removing the female gender symbol from its packaging in an effort to be more inclusive. Transgendered activists have asked for the design change on the wrapping of their pads. They argue that not all people who menstruate identify as women and that not all women menstruate. The company says that this is a step to stand in alliance with transgender and non-binary individuals.
Action News at 6 and 11, only on 6 ABC.
The feminine hygiene...
Bruh, you gonna introduce... I'm gonna get this canceled already.
Transgender activist has publicly urged the company to take off the symbol of the gender, arguing that not all people who menstruate are women and that not all women menstruate.
If they don't menstruate, what the hell they need the pads for?
Before I ask a bunch of questions, I want to clarify some things. Like, menstruate is period, right? Women have periods, correct?
Not according to them.
Please,
God, yeah.
just answer my questions. Because I don't want to... All right, so women menstruate. Women have periods, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know anymore. I don't fucking know. That's what I grew up thinking.
All right.
But evidently I'm outdated.
All right. So welcome to the High Def Podcast. I am your host, High Def.
Star Walker in the building.
Star Walker is in the building. Today we are sponsored by, and always sponsored by, and looking for more sponsors from, but we are sponsored by High Def Designs. Check out Etsy/shop/High Def Designs and go buy a bunch of shit, and we can do a lot more for the podcast for the viewers. Let's go right back into what I was saying though. So, I have so many questions, and I wish I had a transgender person like right here that I can directly ask a lot of these questions, but I don't, and I don't want to come across too ignorant, but you know what? Fuck that.
I'm extremely ignorant.
Words have meanings, right?
Yes.
All right, well, ignorant technically means that I don't have enough information about whatever subject matter that I'm speaking about, or so I'm ignorant to it. So it's not coming from a place of ignorance where I'm just being,
It's not ignorant.
Yeah, I'm not being ignorant. I ain't being a fuckboy out there just talking crazy, but I'm ignorant to certain lifestyles, and the questions I might ask, or even the things that I might say, might come across ignorant, but there's a difference. So,
talking like Malcolm X.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's my disclaimer right off back. But let's go right into. So basically, what I think I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, excuse me, is that Always is taking off a logo or a label that's on their packaging that symbolizes women.
Female gender symbol.
Okay, whatever that. I didn't even know if women had I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I mean, I did the little circle with I knew that, but is that what it is?
from what I understand.
They say
I don't even know. I
it's
don't
called-
buy bad, so
It's called the Venus symbol. The Venus symbol is what they're removing. I don't know exactly what the Venus symbol is. I might look it up. I might put it right here. I don't know. But the Venus symbol is what they're removing. And they're removing it because the transgender community or the ABC community.
the alphabet people.
Yeah, the alphabet people. So that's not bad to say, is it?
What, the alphabet people?
Yeah.
I hope not. Dave Chappelle said it.
'Cause
It was funny,
I
but
like-
I can't remember
Oh, you
all the
got it from
letters
Dave?
either. Yeah.
Oh, well, you probably shouldn't be saying it.
I like it. The alphabet people. It makes it easy. I don't keep up. Because
The
last time I think I
the
said a sandwich like a
LBG
BLT something.
T.
It was like, you making a bacon, lettuce, tomato,
C
and avocado
community.
sandwich?
I know it's them letters and they got some more maybe. But anyway, that community, I ain't trying to offend. I might be trying to be a little funny. I might be a little sarcastic, but I'm not trying to offend people. So that's my only disclaimer. So back to what I was saying. So they're removing the Venus symbol from Always, the brand, the sanitary product. It's a pad.
You know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should buy several other ones with the Venus symbol still on it and just keep them. And then, like, later on down in history, they'll be worth something. Like, you remember when they were such and such and such and such?
So
I'm just have pads sitting in my house in the case, the china cabinet. Like, yo, you remember when men were men and women were women?
yo, I thought I was the I'm supposed to be the spicy one over here. Pause,
my bad.
pause.
All right. He's spicy.
Alright, so damn it, please chill out. Alright, so hold on. Because this is really coming from a genuine place, but it is very hard to say with a straight face. I mean, I'm a certain age, I'm from a certain generation, and
It doesn't make sense to us. It doesn't make sense
That's
to
a
me.
fact.
Let me not speak
Right,
for him.
right.
It doesn't make sense.
it doesn't really make sense to me either. Certain things I understand, and that's why I'm putting the disclaimers out. Like I not that I understand, but I'm okay with. Like, I don't have anything against anybody in that community. And when I mean that community, the LBGTC LMNOP community, I don't have anything against them.
Alphabet
In fact,
people.
I've had friends, or maybe I guess they're not close to me, or so I can't say they're still currently friends. But I've had friends.
Now you sound like the white people say, I got black friends.
No, I ain't saying that like that.
That's exactly how you said it.
I've had family
I
members
can't
that
be
were in that
transphobic. I've
community.
had trans.
You ain't got no family members in that community?
What, in the alphabet people?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got
Alright
family
then.
members.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we got family members.
That don't
in
mean
these-
I understand it. Or agree
and
with it
that's
or
what
nothing.
that's why we're having this conversation. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Wow.
there's things that we might not necessarily understand, so we say things or come across a certain way, and it can come across offensive. But my disclaimer not disclaimer, but my whatever it is.
You're actually trying to gain understanding.
At the same time, if I'm trying to gain understanding, I want them to do the same, as far as, like, if we say certain things that offend, it's not to offend. It's coming from an ignorant place of, this is just what we know, or this is just how we talk, or this is just what we say. Like,
Well, my
why the
disclaimer-
fuck can't I say, 'cause we're talking about transgender people, right? That is the proper term, transgender, and I could be wrong, but the PC term is transgender. Am I right or am I wrong?
If they identify as something other than what they were.
Yeah, like
originally assigned
like you
when
were
they
born a woman, but you identify as a man, or you were born a man and you identify as a woman. So now you took the path of changing your physical appearance to being that other gender.
Let's see what the transgender.
Is that? I mean, that's what I think. That's what I think it is. But if you do that, so you're a woman and you identify as a man, and you change your appearance and your sexual parts to be that other gender, you are transgender. right?
Well,
I don't know.
What-
I mean, I would have to ask a transgender, I guess, or because
What-
even the definition of shit don't even always be right.
Well, Webster's dictionary, which I think is second to only Black's Law Dictionary, could be wrong on that. Y'all can find out. Says of relating to or being a person whose gender identity differs from the sex the person had or was identified as having at birth.
So that's what I said.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so
So
why the fuck is tranny a bad word?
I don't know.
Ignorant place. I'm in my ignorant bubble. I wish I could make a bubble. Pause. If I knew how to make a bubble around me right now,
We'll work on the effects department.
word. I need a producer. But anyway, like, why can't I say tranny? I'm not saying tranny because I'm trying to say I'm trying to hurt your feelings, or I'm trying to be harmful, or I'm saying tranny because if you're a transgender, I'm just shortening the fucking word.
I got nothing, because I'm.
Do you have a grandmother?
Okay.
Or had a grandmother?
Before I answer his question,
You
now
have
that
a
I'm
grandmother.
Ignorant and
You know the
ignorant.
word grandmother.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe she identifies as me.
Granny.
She identifies.
Granny. You're just shortening the word. Grandmother. Granny. Transgender. Tranny.
Well, maybe they said put some respect on their name.
Not saying that. Not saying nothing wrong. I don't think there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no, when people say, I don't want to say the F word.
Oh. Faggot! I'm sorry, I just said that because it was funny on the Dave Chappelle comedy skit.
It was funny. I think to a certain extent, maybe I understand the negative connotation of the word. I can accept that. What I can accept is if I'm in a room or if I'm in a space where I'm with, what do you call if you're not part of the ABC community? What community are you? Are you in the heterosexual community? Are you in the straight community? I don't even know what to say because I'm ignorant to the terms and shit. Like,
I think we're just straight.
all right, well, if you're in the straight community and I'm with a bunch of straight males and I say the F word to each other in whatever context I'm saying it, and someone who's part of the alphabet, the ABC, they're part of that community.
The alphabet crew.
They're part, yeah. Why do you get you can't, I don't think they should be able to take offense to that. Because I'm not directing it at you, and even,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying it to offend.
So, on my end,
I'm trying to offend the straight motherfucker. I ain't trying to offend you.
Yeah, I don't understand gender identification and all that. What I do understand is kind of the way people socially interact with people. What you just said, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, and it is similar to like when white people say, "Oh, I can call you nigger." Why can I call you nigger? Well, what's wrong? I hear it in rap all the time, or I hear guys. That's almost the same type of argument and the same type of feeling that they may have.
Did you just say nigga is the same thing as saying tranny?
To some of them, it's an offensive word to something that they are. That's the basics of it. And that's true. And honestly, I do understand the argument where some white people say they should be able to say nigger. Because who are we to tell anybody in a country of free speech, who are we to tell anybody that they can't say anything? Now, you also got to take consequences with whatever you say and do. You know what I'm saying? You can't yell fire in the movie theater either.
There's some trannies that knock a nigga out.
Yeah, and scrap.
That's a fact.
And cut and bust you in the head, all kinds of stuff, you know. So...
All right, let's go back to the always shit. Let's go back there a little bit.
Okay.
So they're taking the Venus symbol off. I don't know, and because that's right. My bad. I gotta start from scratch. So transgender males right? Because I'm trying to figure out the scenario and the group of people they're actually pinpointing. Because it's not everybody. That doesn't even make sense.
It's transgender evidence.
It's a pad. If you don't have woman parts and you don't have that anatomy, you don't bleed, you don't menstruate.
Well, what
so
they're
I'm
saying-
trying to figure out which exactly.
From what I understand from other things that I've seen and heard is that it's more so the transgenders that were born a woman, but they don't identify as a woman, so they don't think it's fair to have just the female symbol on it. From what from what I get from them, their whole issue is they're not women anymore, even though they bleed.
Hold on, so
they're not women anymore.
So it's a woman who.
It's trans.
Who's transgender? Hold on, let me make it even more. Break it down even more. It's a woman who identifies as a man.
Yep.
But she still has her female parts. She didn't.
She didn't go through the sex change, correct?
Now, is this person?
And yes, they're still considered a transgender, even though they haven't went through the sex change.
So it's all about what you think in your head.
What you identify as.
So you can still look like a woman and identify as a man, and you're technically a transgender person. You need to get one of you. Look, is that bad to say one of y'all up here?
One of you got you
Like,
people.
I don't understand. Like for real, I don't understand these. And I ain't what's it when you scared of shit? I ain't homophobic. Like that ain't no problem. Like I'll knock a transgender nigga out. Like just like I can get knocked out by a transgender. Like it ain't. But I do have a lot of questions. About that. Like I guess, and it would be different between a male transgender versus a female transgender too. Like, I guess it's two opposite sides of the spectrum. But I ain't trying to be funny, and I am trying to be funny, but I'm still stuck on the whole pad thing. So hold on. So like, all right. So it's a woman who still has all of her female parts, but she identifies as a male, and.
Well, the reasoning
They're upset that there's a female symbol on Always, which is a female product.
Yes, because what they're saying is not all females use their product because they don't identify as female. Not all females bleed, and not all that bleed are female.
I was reading something.
You just read it.
No, it was something else about the word woman and the word female. And
Yeah, we're not supposed to use the term female anymore.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, because we shouldn't refer to women or whoever.
Because it once again has something to do, with what they think or identify as, or.
I'm just gonna call everybody alright then.
Yo, we can't call women females.
No, we're not supposed to, according to some people.
So so if the word female means what then?
Female. From what I've been told when I got scolded at, not even.
Oh, so you've been.
Yeah, I've been in these discussions.
Don't call me now.
Yeah, we're not supposed to use the term female because that refers to a woman's anatomy and it's identifying her by her anatomy.
So female has tits.
No, because there are some men with tits now, thanks to doctors in Miami and Cali.
All right, so what's the identifying parts? That's what I'm saying, like.
Your genitalia.
So female has a vagina.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what makes you a female.
Yes.
So a woman don't have a vagina?
Not the ones that were born men that identify as women. Which the key word in woman is womb.
So a woman could be a male that identifies as
A woman.
Is that fact? Is that mean?
That's what I've been told. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all feel free to correct us, comment. Like I said, the live didn't go too well.
I'm flabbergasted right now. Like it. I want to say it makes sense, but I want to combat it and disagree with it.
Well, here's why none of it makes sense to me. Because And
Is that a new definition of the word?
all of it's new because this is uncharted territory. People didn't allow this shit before. He was called a carpet muncher and a faggot. Yes, that was it. So yeah, I don't know. So people can now identify as what they want to be, which I still don't fully understand that, because if you can identify as what you want to be, that means that it is a choice.
Do you
To
know?
me. But they're saying that being gay and being homosexual or being transgender isn't a choice. It's how people can be born this way. So you can't choose what you identify as.
So I think there's like two type of. No, let me not start there. Let me say. Yeah, fuck it. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and my brain is telling me.
Here go all the trans viewers. They just left.
I fucks with y'all, man. I fucks with everybody. I promise you. I'm not.
He tell me canned vegetables,
Nah,
maybe.
I mean, like I said, even a trainee word. Like I said, no one's saying it to be derogatory or to be,
Some
hurtful.
people are.
Yeah, some people are. I'm just saying the overall term of the word is just a shortened down version of a longer word. That's what I think. Like, I don't think anybody's saying like the F word that you keep saying. What if
Faggot.
that's not a bigger attached to a bigger word? Like that's the shortened version of it. Like,
Well, words.
that's the word. But hold on. So what I'm saying is, like, I think there's two reasons in my brain that this could possibly be even happening. Always is a big ass company, bro. Like, they've been fucking stopping floods forever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stop it, flood.
They've been parting the fucking Red Sea forever. Like,
They should have built the levees in New Orleans with
you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of these products, that's one of the names comes to mind. Like, even as a male, like, you see always, or that's a few.
You've seen them bags sitting in the bathroom next to.
So, in order for them to have to change, not have to, but to make the decision to change their logo, if that's their logo, or even to take something off of their brand because of this group of people, tells me a couple things. One, either that group of people is very big and powerful,
Yes.
which I'm not disagreeing with, or there's some type of reason that they're pushing this now, like this, the ABC community agenda, the let's put this to the forefront, and the feminization of.
You about to get some bad comments because you said it's an agenda now.
I'm saying how my brain operates, and I'm saying
Okay.
what conspiracy theories I come up with.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, I just think there's a reason for. And it could be the other. If the community is this big and this dominant, which I do think it is, I'm not disagreeing.
I don't disagree with that.
I'm just saying why. Well, I guess I can't answer. I want to say, why isn't some of this? Well, all right. So I don't want to say the next couple of things. Never mind. Go ahead, take
He
over.
took all that time to just cancel.
Because I know I'm about to go left, and I know what I want to say, but I don't think I know how to articulate it right now where it doesn't come across too ignorant, like we were saying earlier. So give me a couple minutes. You can take it over from here.
So yeah, I like I said, I don't understand the identifying part, especially when we've been arguing, or people have been arguing that it's not a choice. That's one of my main.
I'm about to take it to these niggas real HD, real high definition. You dig?